We used to be in family businesses, and that was in Spanish Town. And it was, a difficult period because you used to have the gunmen coming in, or the breaking in the store in the nights. Of recently, maybe about a year ago, right? I live in, call it the St. Andrew, uptown area where people would consider it. And I was walking home at about 2 o'clock in the day with my friend, and we were robbed on my road. So crime is rampant now.
Well, basically growing, I see a lot of crime and violence take place in Jamaica still now. Because a lot of my friends them migrate and for them dead and thing, is it? So it's like, I don't know. It just, the thing just now get no better. Every day I grow up, every day I get up at the same thing. Over and over every day. Man just a dead and thing around me every day. But certain things you don't know, you have to just keep a blind eye to everything what you see.
And the whole crime still now will affect the country still. It's more like, when it do come up, it's like sometimes the country up on like a lockdown or something. Most things can't go on, and most business we have to do, you can't get it done. Because place are locked down early, especially like downtown and so. Yeah. But most like around by my area now, when me don't know. When you do kind of flare up around my little area now, it's like, don't you have to in certain time. And you don't know like that little road there, that little road there, you can't go over that little road there and all them something there. You see me?
Well, crime and violence have affected me personally in terms of my brother was killed during crime and violence in my community. And it have really shake up my nerves and mentally, emotionally, physically, walking around and wondering who's going to be next in my community.
I don't want to say about crime still, I don't really say it affect my life alone. It affect the whole environment, everyone that live in.
I've never actually had any instances personally with crime or anything like that happening to me, but on the news last night, and I think it's a recent occurrence, they're actually extorting money from the taxi men now. And to me, that's like taking crime to another level in Jamaica because the taxi people, those people are not really necessarily skilled people. So you know that their earnings is not necessarily a large amount of money. And for extorters to be coming and extorting money from them, it just shows you how far the crime level has reached in Jamaica. And I think it's a cause for great attention to be given by the Jamaican people because we can't just rely on the government and the politicians to help to curb crime because really they can't do it by themselves. We have to, as Jamaican people, come together and unite as a community against crime.
Because of the crime, again, and fear of losing your life, you really don't band together or anything. So we need, maybe citizens just need a strong leader who will oppose any type of corruption, like, someone on the levels of Marcus Garvey or that, somebody that strong that will make everybody mesh together and band together because, we need the unity and that's who is in power. When it be politicians for their own greed or the drug dons for their corruption, they know how to divide and conquer. And that's what they have been doing since maybe the 60s and the 70s until it reach where it's just out of control.
I don't think there's any hope because the youth them not educated about certain things. You understand me? I said lack of job opportunities and the only thing them see are the gun because that are the only thing the man might give them for holding them, man. Them not give them the money say you're going to school or what, nothing. The only thing them see are the gun.
Well, it can more after school, more workshop in the communities, getting the youths more involved in terms of football and other things, getting them off the street, educating them in other ways, in peer pressure, because peer pressure is one of the key things in the community nowadays. Everyone wants to be like others. So getting people like positive people to support them and all that.
Personally, the changes I made I want to see still. I feel like you don't know the government for us set up something in the community for the youth and to occupy them time. Whether for participate in a sport or jobs, put more jobs out there for the youth. Them job opportunities are the biggest thing. As long as the youth them get something to do.
Well, in terms of the state now, you can say they can put more police around instead of they being in the office to go in the community and talk to the youths and let them know what the prison life is like, so they know that what they're getting themselves into is not a nice thing to do.
I think crime on a whole is stressed, like the occurrence of crime, but I don't think ways in which we can curtail it is stressed enough by the government. So I think the government should probably, give us practical ways to be able to curb crime on a personal level, instead of just stressing that, okay, crime is apparent in society. So I think more practical means can be stressed.
Well, yes, politicians, can help, because that's where the problem originated from, and you have the political tribalism. I don't know the extent or the degree to how bad it is, because I'm not in the political arena. But what I can understand, it's terrible, and I don't know really how to solve it, because most people right now feel that all politicians are generals. You're not being helped by them. The roads are never fixed when the government collects money.
Citizens can come out and talk to the youth, also be a mother and a father, a role model for them. If you're seeing them doing wrong things, they don't sit back and relax and say, oh, it's not my child. Talk to them, motivate them, because sometimes parents alone cannot do it.
It has to be a combination of educating people, creating job opportunities, and cutting corruption now. I don't know where you tackle first, but it is a major problem, and it has gotten out of control, and there are just too many guns. So I don't know, the Owen Ellington Commissioner of Police is going to have a tough job, and we all know that the force is filled with corruption, but you still have good policemen there. What is how to solve and fix crime now.